Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the ARD Simplified series that is going on for the NABARD Grade A examination. And today we are going to look at the most important breeds of poultry. And why are we doing this? Because if you look at the previous year questions, a lot of questions have been asked from the breeds that exist in poultry. They are quite the famous one, right? For example, which of the following breed is classified as layer? Sometimes they might ask you that if the following examples that have been given in the option, are they like layer means the one which are prominently reared or for or raised for the egg laying purpose, or the broiler means the one that are used for or that are reared for the meat purpose. Okay, and some breeds they are dual purpose, so they might ask you like this, or they might ask you which of the following poultry bird is originated in Italy. They might ask you on the basis of origin, like where do which of the following is like the correct option. And like Sussex is the world famous breed of, then you should know that it's hen breed. Like, so such questions have been asked. So what primarily our aim in this video would be to memorize the as much names as possible. So we'll first look at like what are the different breeds and the classification that exists. Then we will look at the classification based on habitat, you can say, or you can say origin also. Origin would be the right word to say, because now you know with the you can say advancement and globalization, the transfer of these or exchange of these breeds, a lot of breeds that also happen, right? So it would be right if we say like classification based on origin, and next would be on utility, means are they used as a meat category or for the as a layers या फिर dual purpose. ठीक है, starting off like what are breeds. So basically they breeds, they refer to a group of organism. In this case we are calling it domestic fowls. ठीक है, what are fowls? Fowls are simply birds when they exist in the natural environment, right? You must have heard of forest chickens also. You must have heard of that. In Hindi we call it jangli murgi, right? So fowls are basically the birds that are they are present in the natural environment in the forest, and when you domesticate it you call it poultry. Okay, so that's the difference between a poultry and a fowl. So breeds of a group of domestic fowls. And when do we call it a breed? When they share some common ancestry and physically they look some they have some similarity. It can be in shape, it can be in how they like look, their formation, growth, temperament, shell color of egg, and also the kind of environment do they prefer refer to. Those are known as breeds. Now breeds in poultry based on the origin, it can be classified into four classes. The first one being Asiatic class, means they are native to the Asian continent. Then American class, वैसे American की if I talk about it, American class in general they did not exist on their own there. Actually American classes are breeds of other classes like Asiatic Mediterranean class का, ठीक है, उनका क्रॉस करके अमेरिकन क्लास बनाई गई है. ठीक है, तो ओरिजिनली it's not there native to America, but yes, it was because it was developed there, it was formed there, crossed there, that is why it's an American class. Then English class की बात करें तो आपका English means European region जो है, UK region and nearby regions, that is a English class. और जो आपको Mediterranean region में जो आपकी poultry species form हुई थी, बनी थी, that is known as your Mediterranean class. ठीक है, so we'll look at one by one, and then as I said, our main aim would be to memorize the name. ठीक है, Asiatic breeds की बात करें, so if you look at the characteristic, so they have what, they have like heavy bones, they are very feathered shanks. What are shanks? So this leg region, it is known as basically shanks. ठीक है, so they are feathered, red ear lobes and yellow skin, ये सब होती है. वैसे तो we have already seen previous year questions, characteristics are not asked, like they would not ask that is Brahma is having a p comb, or any comb is what, this above वाला region. ठीक है, so are they having PCOM or any what sort of com? So such questions are not asked. We have just added the information over here, so it's easier to visualize the bird and memorize it. ठीक है, तो Asiatic class में पहले आपकी कौन सी है? Brahma. Simple as that. So Brahma breed is a Asiatic class. Next we have what? Next we have Cochin. It is originally like from China, and that is why, because it was originated in China, that is why it was also called Shanghai in the past. So Shanghai and Cochin are the same birds. ठीक है, so till now in Asiatic we have seen Brahma and Cochin. Repeat after me: Brahma, Cochin, Brahma Cochin. Okay, third one we have is Asil. ठीक है, Asil is your native to Chittagong region of Bangladesh. तो ध्यान रखना आपकी असील कहाँ से है, बांग्लादेश की है. And it has a very different like habit, peculiar, very different, unique habit, I would say. They are very skilled in fighting. Okay, so they are quite, you know, aggressive in nature. And look at their body type, so lean and like those slim are there, right? So usually in villages, like all people, all villages, they have some sort of form of entertainment, right? So there this asil fighting happens a lot. So basically people, they would come up with their asil, whatever whatever chicks they have, okay, or especially cock, the male chicken basically. So they come up with that rooster, बोल सकते हैं आप उसे. तो they come up with the roosters, and then they, you know, they would bet on that whose pet is going to win the fight, and then, you know, then they win. So that's a form of entertainment, ठीक है. So असील कहाँ की है आपकी, बांग्लादेश की है, very skilled in fighting. And because, you know, and it's very famous for meat production, and you know, it's been also been used by USA and UK to produce different like breeds over there as well, ठीक है. So till now what we have seen, Asiatic class, Brahma, Cochin, Asil, Brahma, Cochin, Asil, ठीक है. And fourth being the most important one, I would say, that is Kadagnath. That is, you know, that is abundant in Madhya Pradesh, native there. And it has also gotten a GI tag for it, geographical indication tag. What does it mean? That it's exclusive of that particular area, okay. What's so special about it? As you can see, they are all black. So basically there is one you can say chemical in organism, that is known as protein भी बोल सकते हैं, chemical भी बोल सकते हैं, that is known as melanin. And the amount of melanin that exists in the body, it actually determines that is the skin going to be light colored or dark colored, ठीक है. The more the melanin, the darker the skin, ठीक है. Even this is applicable in humans as well, okay. So melanin, in if you look at the Kadagnath species, it's so high that all their body is black. In fact, the meat is also black, and even the eggs, if I talk about, those are also like very in the darker shade, like brownish to black in color. Not exactly like black, but yes, brownish to black in that tone. Even the eggshells are in that color, right? So that is your Kadagnath. And now let's just revise it. So what we have seen in Asiatic class, we have seen Brahma, Cochin, Asil and Kadagnath. Again we will repeat Brahma, Cochin, Asil and Kadagnath, ठीक है. Now there are some native species as well, ठीक है. जैसे कुछ हैं, जैसे native to Gujarat is Alankeshwar, Asil, Barsa, ये है कुछ आपकी native जगह की, ठीक है. वैसे तो like these are very like, because specific to areas, that is why there are very less chances of them being asked in the examination. But yes, if the time permits, you can idea, ठीक है. All right, so let me just look at it. I think there's some problem in the camera. I'll just switch it off. Okay, now let's move ahead. And we were talking about Asiatic class, right? So you can read about it, okay. Now let's move to the next one, that is the American class. So Asiatic, again what we have read, Brahma, Cochin, Asil and Kadagnath. Now coming to American class, so they're usually the cross between Mediterranean and Asian type, that I have already said, okay. The first in this category is Rhode Island Red, ठीक है. Rhode Island Red जो है, it is like most popular breed in the American region, ठीक है. It's a good layer and the eggs are large brown shell. तो basically if you look at it, वैसे it is useful for all purpose. कहने का मतलब क्या है कि like it can be grown in any place. It's a good layer, तो मतलब ये eggs के लिए काफी ज्यादा इसको use किया जाता है. The quality and the yield of flesh are excellent. So it's kind of for meat also it is grown. So it's a dual purpose breeds, ठीक है. इससे फिर और varieties भी निकली है, लेकिन आपकी जो most common basic है वो आपकी Rhode Island Red है, American class, ठीक है. Next up we have Wyandotte, ठीक है. तो अभी तक in American class we have seen Rhode Island Red. Next we are seeing Wyandotte, ठीक है. The birds of this breed is comparatively round, okay, ठीक है. Again we don't have to like memorize the characteristic. It is good for dual purpose. So Wyandotte is also your dual purpose, and then your Rhode Island Red is also your dual purpose, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट अप वी हैव व्हाट, नेक्स्ट अप वी हैव न्यू हैम्पशायर, ठीक है। तो अभी तक अमेरिकन क्लास में व्हाट वी हैव सीन रोड आइलैंड रेड, वी हैव सीन वाyanडोट, नाउ वी आर लुकिंग एट न्यू हैम्पशायर, ठीक है। अब जो न्यू हैम्पशायर है, इट्स बीन मेड डेवलप्ड फ्रॉम रोड आइलैंड रेड ओनली। तो रोड आइलैंड रेड यू कैन से इन अमेरिकन क्लास, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट वाज आल्सो लाइक अ क्रॉस, बट नाउ it has acted as that base poultry for developing further breeds in American class, ठीक है। तो रोड आइलैंड रेड, वाइंडोट, न्यू हैम्पशायर, एंड देन फाइनली वी हैव प्लायनमाउथ रॉक, ठीक है। तो व्हाट वी हैव प्लायनमाउथ रॉक, वाइंडोट, न्यू हैम्पशायर एंड रोड आइलैंड रेड। दीज आर योर व्हाट, दीज आर योर अमेरिकन क्लास, ठीक है। एक्सीलेंट फ्लैश एंड एग प्रोड्यूसिंग कैपेसिटी, तो मोस्टली इफ यू लुक एट इट योर अमेरिकन क्लास में, यू वुड सी दैट दे आर डुअल पर्पस ब्रीड ओनली, है ना। तो अभी तक इन एशियाटिक क्लास, आई होप लाइक यू remember, if not you can pause the video and try to remember, otherwise let's just do a quick revision. In Asiatic class we have Brahma, Cochin, Asil and Kadaknath. Brahma, Cochin, Asil and Kadaknath. Then in American class we have seen what, we have seen Rhode Island Red, Wyandotte, then New Hampshire and Plymouth Rock, ठीक है। These were the four. In English class now we have what, we have these four important ones and Sussex. See, this was in one of your previous year, right? Sussex belong to India, England, I'm sorry, Australorp, इसकी photo भी है, this is your Sussex, this is your Australorp, then we have Orpington and this is your Cornish. Repeat after me in English class, Sussex, Australorp, Orpington, Cornish, Sussex, Australorp, Orpington, Cornish, ठीक है। इसको if you can't remember you can just keep in mind, okay, जो English class है वो usually आपकी थोड़े जो सबसे अलग नाम है, that is belonging to your English class, ठीक है। Cornish है, इसे आपकी perfect dual purpose chicken है, egg and meat for both it is being used, ठीक है। So this you have to keep in mind। और इसमें इसमें और कुछ इट इज मोस्ट पॉपुलर ब्रीड, ठीक है। इसमें एक टर्म था दैट इज नोन एज योर टेबल बर्ड, ठीक है। इट इज पॉपुलरली अ टेबल बर्ड, ठीक है। इसका मैं मीनिंग बता देती हूँ इन केस यू डोंट नो। टेबल bird means your meat, that is for meat purpose. So if you look at Wyandotte, it is a good dual purpose breed, but most popular it is as a meat breed, ठीक है। it is consumed for meat, ठीक है। इस चीज का आपको ध्यान रखना है। So then we have what, then it is done English class. Now coming to last Mediterranean class, Leghorn and Minorca. Again this was one of the previous year question, right? Leghorn belong to the Italy and it is world's number one egg producer breed. Please keep in mind which is the world's number one egg producer breed, that is Leghorn. Then Minorca कहाँ को belong करती है, that belongs to your Spain, ठीक है। तो Mediterranean class में we have Leghorn, Minorca. Mediterranean class में we have Leghorn and Minorca, ठीक है। So those were the breeds that we have seen, ठीक है। तो if we have a quick overview, ठीक है। So I'll just go back and just we will have a quick overview. So in Asiatic we had Brahma, then Cochin, then we had Asil, and then we have Kadaknath, right? Then in your American class we had Rhode Island Red, we had Wyandotte, we had Plymouth Rock, I'm sorry, New Hampshire, yeah, and or you can say Plymouth Rock also, आगे पीछे हो गया थोड़ा sequence. Then coming to English class we had Sussex, Australorp, Orpington, and then Cornish, and finally coming to the Mediterranean class we had Leghorn and Minorca. Yes, please keep in mind all these things, ठीक है। Now there is also one classification that is based on the utility, right? Are they being used for broiler purpose, layer purpose, or like dual purpose? So as I said, जो mostly आपकी the American class, that is the dual purpose breed, right? Layer में देखिए Leghorn, Minorca. आपकी जो Mediterranean class है, that is your layers. Then there are some new names also you might find over here, right? But इसमें जो main जो what we have discussed ना, वो आपकी most widely reared varieties है, that is why more chances of them being asked, and as we have seen in previous year question वही पूछे गए थे। Cornish, Sussex आपकी कुछ है, Brahma, Cochin, Asil, those are primarily they are being reared for the meat purpose. So that is all in this video, ठीक है। एक दो बार आप रिवाइज करोगे आपको याद हो जाएगा, you need not to worry about it. And now try to attempt those PYQs in the comment section. Let's see how much you actually sustain after this class. So that is all in this video. For more such videos you can subscribe to YouTube channel. You can also join a Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. Thank you.